Hey, what's going on? YouTube. It's Malevolent Nuzzler channel. Basically, I'm just trying to start up a YouTube niche. Maybe, find another way of income. Basically, what I'm aiming for in this channel is just basic, I don't want to say vlog because that sounds a little bit too, not even sounds, that actually is self-centered and really self-indulging. Basically, what my channel is going to be about is just, not just, I'm expressing opinions a little bit, getting into very, very important discussions. I might probably have a couple games. I play the PS4. I might talk about a little music. I might probably upload a little music. So it's just pretty much like a little bit of everything. Nothing really too specific, but for the most part, it'd be very important. And so anyway, uh, let's try to stay on what's hot right now. Wow, it took me a minute and 20 seconds to just say that. Anyway, I usually try not to make my videos very long because nowadays people are on the go, people are busy, they don't like to be occupied too much. So I would from try to make my videos less than about 5 minutes or so. So anyway, um, right now the big thing right now in social media, hip hop controversy, conspiracy. Um, Gucci Man, very famous rapper, big time. He's been incarcerated several times throughout his career. Now there's been, a little shakedown with this, recent release from prison, federal prison. He's looked quite different. He's talking different. Everything about him is just out of whack, right? Now, if you're used to the Gucci Man that we're used to, I mean, I'm not really too much of a big fan, but I know the guy, what I'm saying. So I see, what I'm saying, as so on and off, I kind of check him out, got a couple features, other hot rappers and whatnot, what I'm saying. But he got a strong fan base. People admire his music. People get down with what he does, you know what I'm saying. And so they're saying basically he's cloned now. I guess what would make the video more relevant is if I like have some screenshots and stuff like see, that's what makes channel important, is that you're not just sitting there talking about it, like you're providing pictures and audio and whatnot, which perfect. But let's just go full raw. This is just a raw video. You know what I'm saying? You guys seen it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it would make my video much more relevant, much more, valuable, that I add, that I'm citing. You know what I'm saying? I'm citing my resources and whatnot. So anyway, they're saying he's been cloned. Now, we're going to split this subject into two different sub-subjects. One about cloning and the other one about Gucci Man himself and celebrities and people of high social status, right? Now with the cloning thing, cloning obviously does exist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the technology we have is advanced. It's a little bit sophisticated. It may not be easily just depicted. Sometimes it takes a little bit of research and analysis to come across and discover that these things exist or are in the making. These people sit in the laboratories all day and they just come up with shit. And that's what I like about having. That's what I like about curiosity. Period. That's the thing about science. Science is curiosity at its finest, and basically just what I'm saying, materializing your imaginations. You know what I'm saying? So that's why in a way I kind of like science. Science to me has a little bit more, what I'm saying, solidification. Feel me? Science has a little bit of more solidification, a little bit more than religion, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that's a different subject. So Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Cloning definitely was going down, man. You know what I'm saying? Denver, you know what I'm saying, with the air Denver, Area 51, the little bunkers, underground, bomb shelters and laboratories out there in motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, Switzerland and shit like that. Yeah, man, it definitely goes down, feel me? Like, but now when you say cloning, you're talking about X-File cloning. Cloning in our sense is basically preserving limbs and organs and to keep them alive, you know what I mean, keeping them alive to see if we could then transplant these living organs into, you feel me, maybe a part of a body, and if it could work, you know what I'm saying, like, so when we start doing things like that, then we could kind of, you know what I'm saying, excel, you know what I mean, into the next phases of the experiment where, let's say, for example, if you could keep a heart that has been, you know what I'm saying, extracted from a human being, and you could keep it, pumping, if you could keep it alive, if you could keep it pumping, if you could keep it functioning, period, for a number of days without it going rotten and whatnot, right? So now we got an apparatus that's keeping an organ functioning. And now we could just take, let's say, a body that's not, just a body itself, and now let's say, boom, we could transplant this heart, you know what I'm saying, into this body here, you know what I'm saying? And now if the heart, right, with the way how the human body work with the cells and whatnot. Now, if everything starts to, you feel me, start to, computerize itself into the body and start to connect into vessels and things start communicating, you know what I mean? Because when you're saying about it, just, I mean, the body might just be lifeless, but just because it's lifeless don't mean that it's useless. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that just because it doesn't move and whatnot doesn't mean, things, you'd be surprised. So now if this heart starts to communicate with now this lifeless body, you feel me? The heart works, is functioning. Now all it needs to do is just basically, you know what I'm saying, set an establish a point, a point of where, it could start producing, you know what I'm saying, some type of movement into this lifeless body, which is now going to become a body full of life. You know what I mean? And that's just a little tiny example. I'm just trying to, like, you know what I mean, just try to open a little potential, hey, that sounds like it could work. Now, that's just scratching the surface of the, bulletproof glass and shit, Now, now that the heart has been, you know what I'm saying, properly, you know what I'm saying, installed, you know what I'm saying, and now it's functioning. Let's say you could keep a brain alive. Let's say you could preserve the human brain, and you could kind of, preserve it and keep it functioning. Now, let's say you install that into now this new. I mean, you could fuck around and give a lifeless body life. You know what I'm saying? And in that perspective, that's what cloning would really be. You know what I'm saying? So the whole X-File shit with, like, it's me, him, and they all. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's really. I mean, it's cloning in a. It's cloning in a black and white definition, but really in a scientific definition, it's really just, you know what I'm saying, just manipulating, you know what I'm saying, and extending, you know what I mean, things that are supposed to be, you know what I mean, disposed of, but it instead of disposing it, what we did was manipulate it. We manipulated the cycle of life with this organ by keeping it alive and preserving it. Okay, that to the side. Gucci man. Now, Gucci man, you know what I'm saying? A human being just like you, just like me, bleeds the same, you know what I'm saying? Like you, like me, you know what I'm saying? He might just have a street reputation, you know what I mean? He might be a little, you know what I'm saying, gangster and shit like that, hip hop rapper or whatever the case is and shit, right? So, boom, he's a rapper, whatnot, got incarcerated several times to be exact, right? You know what I mean? So, Boom, you know what I'm saying? How many of times he's been arrested, feel me? So he comes home, this time he lost weight, you know what I'm saying? Look like he's, doing what good for himself, you know what I mean? And I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. You feel me? Like, how you let a nigga come out the feds and he's doing better. Well, I ain't gonna front. I took that very offensive, because I'm a rapper and well, I'm a struggling wannabe rapper that nobody fucking gives a fuck about. Hey man, listen to my mixtapes. Drops a link to my SoundCloud and fucking, I keep fucking refreshing the page, and then it's like one view turns into like two views because it's me viewing my, so it's very frustrating, It just goes to show that God is treating, these people better than motherfuckers who's, just got a regular piece of shit 9 to 5, ain't paying them money, You got niggas in and out of jail, then they come home more richer than they fucking was before they went to jail. Shout out my nigga Lil Boozy. I love Boozy. You feel me? But there's a lot of, there's a lot of guys, feel me, they go to jail, they come home more richer, feel me? Cars and all that. So, it really baffles my mind. And of course they're gonna be like, yeah, man, God is good, man. And I'm like sitting up here like, oh really, God? That's how you do it, nigga? You know what I mean? That's how you do it, nigga. I mean, I be trying to fly straight, and you see me, I'm trying to, you know what I want, you know what I'm trying to fucking, pursue and whatever and shit like that, and you just making it not happen, feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just making sure that I'm not getting the shot, feel me? So it's like, okay, I feel you. That's anyway, that's another, you know what I'm saying? That's, some shit between me and this nigga God, man. God is doing some real foul shit, man, you know what I'm saying? So, has Gucci Man been cloned? No. Right? No. But, you feel me, if by any chance that Gucci Man has, you know what I'm saying, ascended to a level where, you feel me, where he becomes a target of interest to the powers that may be, you feel me, it could be possible, you know what I mean, that while, incarcerated, because I'm gonna tell you right now, man, jail and prison and shit like that, this is like a motherfucking concentration camp, man. Nigga, anything can happen to you behind those motherfucking them 10 foot, width brick walls with reinforced titanium and fucking barbed wire and fucking guard dogs and shit like that. Anything could happen to you behind them motherfuckers, and guess what, man? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna motherfucking know or motherfucking care. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers manipulate, you feel me, visit dates and shit like that. These motherfuckers be on some motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? You can't visit him unless we say, we only want you to see him when we want you to see. I mean, anything could happen to you behind that G-wall, man, and ain't nothing motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Shit is not gonna get out, man. You feel me? And the only way it could get out, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sound travels, feel me? And that's just speaking on the science tip. I like my little science on the side, but sound travels regardless. Anything happen behind that wall, nobody gonna know, nobody gonna hear. But somehow, some way, something is going to get heard. Something is, you know what I'm saying? Sound travels. So, I'm not saying that I heard something that somebody heard, but the real story was, or the real story is. You feel me? I should cover my face when I'm, but it's too late. It's possible that he could have been visited in that situation, and you know what I'm saying. Maybe, these guys are masters of what they do. You know what I'm saying? These guys are master. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, psychologist and shit. Am I saying that right? Psychologist? Yeah? Okay. Hypnotist, you know what I mean? Mind readers, mind erasers. These guys are psychics, you know what I'm saying, with the mind. They know how to manipulate certain cells, certain areas in your brain, you know what I mean, to where you almost become under, you almost become, you know what I mean, induced into like a, like a very like a out of body induced experience. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're there but you're not there type shit. And there's a lot of books on it. And like I said, if I was, if my channel was really more resourceful, you know what I'm saying, I would have listed a couple of books, a couple of authors who produce these books, and they produce, instructions on how these things are performed. So basically, what these masters do is they come and they evaluate you. They do a mental evaluation on you. Aside from the psychological evaluation, your decision-making skills, your judgment. Now, they do that, right? Then they do tests, and then they bring the masters in to basically manipulate those results. So now you got somebody coming into the room who knows you more than you know yourself. Because this guy is, like I said, he learned this, you know what I'm saying? Like, human beings are not even using fucking 5-10% of their brain potential. Like, you know what I'm saying? Their brain capability. So imagine the motherfucker who just happened to access 20-25% of his brain. That motherfucker could fuck around and do telekinesis on your ass and shit. And all he knows is 20-25%. My bitch ass only I don't be surprised if I know less. I probably motherfucking less than 5%. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking dumbass and shit. So hence why my life is such a fucking goddamn piece of shit, right? And I'm not where I'm supposed to be, right? Motherfucker could go to jail 6, 7, 8, motherfucking 9, 10 times and shit, and come home more richer than me, right? And I'm a fucking regular ass bitch ass piece of shit motherfucker going to work, right? $8, $9, $10 an hour and shit, going to fucking school thinking I'm important, but really I ain't goddamn dog shit on a piece of fucking shit, right? On the goddamn streets, right? Okay. It's alright. It's okay. But that's what these guys do. These guys are masters, you know what I mean? So they come in, they come in with the mind games, the mind tricks, and like I said, what they do is they perform. You know what I'm saying? They perform they perform basically. What are they performing? Basically, they're performing the shit that they're supposed to do, the shit that they came to execute. They're performing that on you. You don't even know it, right? Boom. So now what they do is that they don't just do it one time. They come in there, they come in there and they do it and they do it and they do it again. Now, one thing about when you're locked down is that you lose sense of time. You lose sense of what's outside. You begin to lose sense of a part of your mind, which is like the existence, like where you feel like you feel like you're aware that you're alive, and I know what it's like. I've been locked down too, shit, man. It's what they do is you barely got any windows to see the outside world, so now you lose touch of outside. Everything becomes internal, and then what they do is they take the clocks away. So now you lose sense of time. Now when you lose sense of time, you don't know what time it is. Now when you don't know what time it is, you become off coordinated. Now when you're not coordinated, you know what I'm saying, you're not balanced, right? Now when you're not balanced, you become disoriented. Now when you're disoriented, you become easily confused. You become delirious. You know what I'm saying? And now when that happens, then they start to give you they're giving you medications anyway, but this time they're reinforcing the medications and to give. So, shit, all they gotta do that, man. They do shit. All they got, rinse and repeat, man. So, rinse and repeat, man. They do that motherfucking for 3, 4, 5, 6 months straight. Much less, they do that for the whole time that you're locked up. Fuck, you come out a goddamn robot. And what they do is they give you somebody, another master who, like I said, has been doing this with you for a while now. Now they can either give you to somebody who who basically familiarized themselves with you to become somebody like a puppet master or a handler, you know what I'm saying, a controller or some shit, right? Now, in Gucci Mane's situation, now if that was the case, his handler definitely would be the motherfucker that's holding the goddamn camera phone and uploading them fucking videos on Snapchat all the damn time. You feel me? Because that's a motherfucker who, you know what I'm saying, operates him. You feel me? So Gucci Mane, you know, is he himself? Gucci Mane doesn't have what you call self memory. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have a memory of himself because like I said, they washed his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like the only reason he knows he's Gucci Mane because he's been told that he's Gucci Mane. The only reason that he knows that he's rich and famous is because you feel me, when he came home, he already was instructed by the operator that hey, this is the deal. You're Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? You're a rapper. You feel me? This is what you've been locked up for. You know, he got the paperwork and all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a nigga know how to read, speak, and shit. Like, that's the thing. I mean, you could still do your basic functions as a human being. But when coming to, like, you know what I'm saying, the identity part, that's the key word right there. Identity. That is where, that's gone. You know what I mean? And now you got the operator who is basically making the moves behind the fucking Snapchat camera and talking to him like he's like a fucking little baby and shit. And I think it's his girlfriend. Is it girlfriend? Maybe, I don't know. So there you go. This video is gonna get 500 million fucking views, man. Because they're gonna be like, holy shit, this motherfucker must be in on it too, man. No, bro, it's common sense. And plus, you know, you know, curiosity, man, is what makes science science, man. That's it, man. I just fucking debunked a fucking whole situation there for you, man. There you go. Don't call me for no interviews, man. Seriously, please. They're like, oh shit, we gotta get you up here, talk about it, what you think, man. Nah, I'm good, man. I already said my piece in this video. It's up to you to basically just analyze and just, you know, take notes and just, you know, be careful, man. Don't get put in a situation where, you know, they cut you off from outside world, man. Because like I said, man, once these people put a wall between you and life, these cocksuckers could do anything they want to you behind that fucking wall, man. And ain't nobody gonna know or hear. Yeah, the street's gonna talk, sounds travel, but I mean, shit, by the time the sound get to, you know what I mean, it's already done. You know what I mean? It's already done to you, bro. So don't, you know, definitely gotta stay out of these situations, man, you know? And there you fucking got, there you have it, man. You feel me? There you have it, man. Be out, man. That's what I did, man. I just crushed this shit, man. Yo.